Congress is being urged to help retailers avoid penny confusion. Almost 20% of shoppers ages 18 to 64 used savings to pay for groceries in 2025. And a food service promotion at McLane Co. Those are the top headlines for July 14th, and it's time for Retail Daily, your quick look at the top stories from supermarket news and CSP Daily News. I'm Chuck Yulee, editor at CSP.
And I'm Abby Lewis, Vice President of Content Strategy at CSP and Supermarket News.
Penny for a law? The U.S. Mint stopped producing pennies more than a year ago. Since then, more than 15 states have passed different cash rounding laws, according to industry groups. NACS, NATSO, and other associations are urging Congress to pass federal legislation this week to help retailers avoid confusion. The Common Sense Act would establish a uniform standard for rounding cash transactions.
Target. A new report by think tank the Urban Institute shows that almost 20% of shoppers ages 18 to 64 used their savings to pay for groceries last year. The data comes from the Urban Institute's Well-Being and Basic Needs Survey, which also revealed that 63.2% of consumers used a credit card to pay for food. More than half paid the bill in full, while more than 3 in 10 paid less than the full balance but made the minimum payment for the month.
Promotion at McLane Co. Farley Kaiser is the new Vice President of Retail Food Service at McLane Co., moving up from the Senior Director of Culinary Innovation position she held since June 2023 when she joined the company, a McLane spokesperson confirmed with CSP Daily News. In her new position, Kaiser leads the strategy, growth, and execution of McLane's retail food service and private label programs, the spokesperson said. Kaiser replaces John Cox, who will be moving on from McLane this week. The ups and downs of gasoline. In the past 2 weeks, the U.S. average retail price of regular grade declined 13.7 cents per gallon to about $3.87, according to the latest Lundberg survey of U.S. fuel markets. Although earlier crude oil price cuts enabled it, now oil prices are up a few pennies per gallon equivalent. There are U.S. gasoline market developments that suggest gasoline has its own current impetus for a turnaround.
Sickened by blueberries. A Florida couple sued Publix after contracting E. coli from eating Greenwise organic frozen blueberries. Ron Simon and Associates and Elizabeth Zweibel Law filed the lawsuit Monday against the Lakeland, Florida-based grocer, which pulled the product from shelves following a recall by supplier Frutas y Hortalizas del Sur, S.A. Oscar and Roberta Cash became ill after consuming the blueberries, which they purchased at a Publix in May.
New food program. There's a new food program rolling out at True North Energy's convenience stores, a program that has Chuck Kroniak, Senior Food Service Manager, excited. Kroniak said they've created new packaging that's branded, and they're calling their products Truly Tasty. He spoke at CSP's Food Service Forum on June 12th. Kroniak said, quote, "We have a logo that goes with it, so we created some branding as a halo around our food," close quote. In the past, the company used chicken nuggets from a big-name company, but they've switched to a smaller vendor. He said he found chicken tenders that were, quote, outstanding.
A major pullback in Florida. The Tampa Bay Business Journal reports that a massive expansion of Kroger stores in Florida has been canceled. The Cincinnati-based grocer recently scrapped plans for 80 Harris Teeter locations in Florida. A Harris Teeter store currently under construction in Jacksonville remains on track to open. The Harris Teeter rollout also included at least 5 65,000 square foot high-end stores.
Still on the rise. Food at home prices increased in June for the 5th time this year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which released the data Tuesday. Grocery prices rose 0.2% month over month, a slightly higher increase than in May, when they went up 0.1%. For the year, April holds the record for the highest increase at 0.7%, while March is the only month where food at home prices fell at 0.2%.
That's all for Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more to hear the latest retail news. I'm Abby Lewis.
And I'm Chuck Yulee. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and Supermarket News.